Hello everyone. Now that we all have gathered here, let's kick off our meeting. The purpose for today's meeting is to kick off our new project, which is to build an employee benefits administration platform. The agenda for today's meeting would be as follows. We'll start with introductions, then I'll give you all a brief background of the project. Next, we'll talk about the project overview. Goals and deliverables will be the next topic. I'll talk briefly about the assumptions that we have for this project. Project team members will be the next topic. And then we'll talk about the timelines and schedule of the project. And communication plan will be the last topic. And then I'll leave some room for any questions that you may have. Also, I would like to state that during the presentation, if any time you have any questions, please feel free to stop me and I'll try to answer any of your queries. So let's start the meeting. Let's start with greetings and introductions. The purpose is just to state our name and what we do for this company. So why not let me start by myself. My name is Anand Tripathi. I will be the project manager for this new project, which is called Employee Benefits Administration. We have got all the necessary approvals for this project, and today we will be kicking it off. Now, Mark, I would like you to start off. Okay. So thank you everyone for stating your name and introducing yourselves to the team. After the kickoff meeting, I'll send contact details of all of our team members. Let's get into the project now. So let's start with brief background. The reason I wanted to talk to you, give a little background of the project so that you all can relate to the project and understand why we are going to do it. So the project is basically about employee benefits. And if we look at employee benefits, they can be of varied types. It could be some paid vacation, to a social security, perks and bonuses that we give to employees, and to achievement awards or health insurance. The major parts of employee benefits is covered by health insurance. So our purpose of this product will be to sell health insurance to employees from that employer-sponsored health insurance to employees. If we look at this graph, we can see that the health insurance premiums have really gone up in last 16-17 years. If you look at the orange line that goes, we can see that the health insurance premiums have gone up by 213%. And who is paying for this? So next, if we look at the blue line, it says that workers' contribution to these premiums have gone up by 242%. So certainly the employers have passed down all the new expenses to the workers. But sadly, the workers' earnings, which is denoted by the red line with the squares, has only gone up by 60%. So definitely, this rise in health insurance cost is definitely putting up a lot of pressure on every employee's salary and their lives. Therefore, we definitely need to come up with a project or product that could solve these problems. And therefore, Willis Towers Watson has decided to develop a new product that could solve these problems and eliminate the inefficiencies. Now let's get into the actual project that we'll be working on. The plan is to build a global online benefits administration platform. We call it global because we'll build it for the entire world. And the budget for this project will be about 120 million. It will be about a 2-year long project. An entire development and testing will be performed in-house. We'll have our own software engineers and testers to develop and test it. However, the user experience will be designed by an external vendor, which is called Acme Corporation. We have already signed the contract with them, and they will be joining us in the project. The goals and deliverables for this project would be to build a online benefits platform, which will offer multiple products from various insurance carriers, and any employee whose employer has bought this platform from us will be able to go there and buy these insurance products. Second very important aspect of the project is to enable real-time data transfer between our platform and the insurance carriers. Because anytime an employee buys any product, we want to transfer the same information right immediately to the insurance carriers so that their plan can kick off immediately. Third very important aspect will be to create an ability in our platforms so that employees can make changes to their enrolled portfolio later on in the year due to any of the qualified life events, such as marriage, birth, adoption of a child, or for any unfortunate reason, if somebody dies, we let the employees make their changes to enrolled portfolio, and this is provided by government. Last two topics are customizable look and feel. So our sales team has come up to us and said that many of the large employers want to brand this platform in their own colors, and that's why it becomes imperative for us to make it customizable. And finally, single sign-on. Single sign-on is another capability that many of our large employers have asked us to build in this application. So we need to build the application in such a way that we can enable single sign-on with the company's intranets. Let's take a brief look at our assumptions. The purpose of these assumptions is that we are believing that these will be true. And if any of these assumptions are not, we find that they are not true, then it can certainly impact our project. First assumption is that we will get adequate amount of funding from the senior leadership. And as I said, we have already got $120 million approved for this project. Second, very important assumption is that we will have required amount of technical resources available for the entire duration of the project. Third, of course, we will need the testing resources also when and where needed. And the fourth assumption is that all the external parties involved in this project, whether they are the insurance carriers or the user experience vendor, they will also deliver their task on times so that we can meet our deadlines. And finally, any live issues that appear on the website after the project is done will be handled by a separate team called Site Reliability Team. Let's take a look at the project team structure. So I'll be the project manager, Anand Tripathi, as listed over there. And to help me with the project, we have Eric Robinson, who will act as the associate project manager. We'll have two business analysts, Eric Musso and Mark Kasprovis. Our engineering director, though not directly involved in the project team, he will act as the engineering sponsor. Thank you, Harry, for doing that. And then from the engineering side, we'll have two software engineering managers and one quality assurance manager, Rob Watson, Janet Beam, and Rachel Raskin. And all three of them will have certain quality engineers and software development engineers who will report to them and who will help us build and test the portal. Talking about the schedule of the project, we have some high-level timelines over here. We want to kick off this project on October 16, 2017, and the first phase will be requirements gathering. So in this phase, mostly our two business analysts, Rob Watson and Mark Kasprovis, will take the lead, and they will gather all the requirements and document it. The next phase will be design, where our software engineering managers and the technical architects will take lead, and they will come up with the technical design solution for the entire product. And in third phase, which will be the longest phase of our project, will be development, when we will get all our engineering resources and they will start the actual coding of the platform. Fourth step will be testing, which is anticipated to begin in June 24, 2019. This is when we will get all of our testing resources, though we will get some testing resources as soon as the development start, but a certain number of QEs will only join in 2019 when the actual testing begins. And then final step will be release, which will begin on August 26, and it will contain three phases. We'll launch the beta version first, and whatever bugs we find, we'll fix them in a certain period of time. And then November 15, 2019 will be our final go live date. November 15, 2019 is the date when we will launch our product to the entire world. Now let's take a brief look at the communication plan. So the purpose of this diagram is to just say that how and what will be the most efficient way to communicate any concerns or anything that you want to talk to anyone in the company or in the project. So all the project team members feel free to talk to your functional managers, your software engineering managers, quality engineering managers, or feel free to talk to me, our associate product manager, business analyst, and any of the questions that you have. And no matter where do you need that information, that will be my responsibility to talk to each of the departments in the company and get you that information or resolve your concern. And as I mentioned, this is a very important project for Willis Towers Watson. Our CEO has sponsored this project, and he has said that anytime if you need anything, we can directly talk to them as well. So if you have anything that is required for this project, you can let me know, and I will make sure that I get an answer to you as soon as possible. After the meeting, I'll send out this slideshow, and also I will share my contact details. So please feel free to anytime text me, call me, email me, IM me, or just walk to my room and ask any question that you may have. For now, if you have any questions related to this kickoff presentation or anything in general, please feel free to ask your